Have you ever had one of those moments where even if nothing has happened, no triggering event, your brain will not shut off? Like you're standing in the kitchen or you're driving or you're trying to fall asleep, and out of nowhere, you start thinking, you messed everything up. You're not going to be okay. You're too much. You're not enough. Look at your life. It's a dumpster fire now. And you're like, ugh, where did this even come from? And the worst part is, it doesn't just feel like a fleeting thought, a passing thought, a momentary thought. It feels like the truth. After something like divorce, your thoughts don't just get negative or become more negative. They actually get really loud. So now you're not just dealing with actual events that happened, you're dealing with the constant commentary in your head about what every little thing means. And it hits everywhere: your confidence, your decisions, your identity, your future. And over time, if you're not careful, you start agreeing with all of this commentary. Maybe not out loud. You would never go through life saying all these things out loud. But in how you move through life, you second guess everything. You hold back. You assume the worst. You expect things to fall apart. And now your thoughts aren't just thoughts anymore, not affecting how you move through life anymore. They're actually shaping your life. And you look around and you wonder, how did I even get here? And this does actually make sense if you think about it, because when your life gets shaken up with divorce or other traumatic things, your brain has to try to make sense of everything. And if you don't give it the truth to focus on, it's going to fill in the blanks all by itself. Here are 3 important things that I really want you to pay attention to. Not every thought you have is true. Not every thought you have is yours. And most importantly, you don't have to believe every thought that just falls in your head. Some of what you're hearing is just leftover noise. It's all what you've been through, your circumstances, your experiences, what you've been taught. So instead of telling yourself, just need to think more positively, which really does not work, we're going to have to get a lot more intentional. And I want to give you something super simple that you can actually do right as soon as you turn off this video. It's called the sticker method. And I did this after my divorce, and it helped so much. And I kept it as a reference for a long time. It's as basic as it sounds, but it works, trust me, if you do it. Take 2 colors of sticky notes or 2 colors of pen. On one color, or with one color, write the thought that keeps showing up. Not the cleaned up version, but the real thought you're having. I've ruined my life. I've ruined my kid's life. I'm never going to be okay. No one is ever going to want me. I can't handle this. I don't understand finances. Get it out of your head and onto the paper. Because when it stays in your head, it just loops and loops and loops, and then it adds on to other ones, and they loop and loop and loop. Then, with the other one, I want you to write what God says about you. And this is where a lot of women get stuck, because they actually don't know what that is. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples to start with, but first I want you to know, Google definitely has scripture references. You can just type in any buzzword. You can also go to ChatGPT or something like that and type in the exact thought you're having and then say, give me 3 verses from the Bible that contradict this thought. And it will do that. So here's a few. Joel 2:25, I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten. Divorce feels like something came through and literally ravaged your life, devastated it, pillaged it, laid waste to it, to your time, your stability, your kids' innocence, your finances, your future. But God is not surprised or intimidated by that kind of loss. He doesn't just patch things up, He restores and settles the accounts in ways that don't even make sense on paper. He doesn't just delegate the restoration, He personally pledges it. He is a God of justice, and there is no justice in a broken down life. God won't stand for it. The second example is Isaiah 43:18 through 19. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. This is not talking about healing from the past. This is talking about constantly calling the past back to your mind over and over and over. The word see in that context is behold. It's like a divine alarm bell that signals something unexpected or incredibly significant is about to happen. God is doing a new thing. He's making a way in the wilderness and wasteland of everything left behind after your divorce. Your story is not over. Behold what God is doing. Now, instead of, I ruined my life, you could write this verse in your own words. I will not keep calling the past back to mind. I know that God is making a new way and doing a new, unexpected, and incredible thing in this situation of wilderness. Write that out. And lastly, here's the part that really matters that people forget or don't do. Don't just read it once and put it away. Say these new things out loud, because there really is something different that happens when you hear truth in your own voice. Now, I don't have time today to just deep dive into it, but in God's Girls, we spend a lot of time reframing our thoughts and emotions because it truly does, biblically and scientifically, slow your brain down and give you something to come back to when everything feels loud and chaotic. And it truly does something also in the spiritual realm. It builds your faith and things like that. And you're not going to believe it right away. I know this. But those things aren't even the goal of why you're doing this. The goal is to stop letting every negative thought become the loudest voice in your life, which shapes your future. So this week, don't try to fix every thought. That's impossible. Just catch one, write it down, replace it, say it out loud. That's it. Because your thoughts don't have to run your life, but they will if you never ever challenge them. And like I mentioned, this is one of the biggest things we walk through inside God's Girls. It's not just how to think better, it's how to rebuild your thinking in a way that actually changes how you live and the outcome of your life. And if that's something you need help with, it's linked below. But just start today with one thought. It's all it takes.